Welcome back to our channel Respect Education. Today we are going to start a new chapter. Before revealing its name, I would like to ask you a small questions which are very easy to answer. First one is that in the social studies you might have read that Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, highest mountain peak in the world, whose height is 8,848 meters. This is the height of Mount Everest. Even in the state Telangana, there is a largest natural waterfall, that is Kuntala waterfall. That is Kuntala waterfall. It is the highest natural waterfall which has 147 feet. First of all, do you ever think how these values are measured, on what basis? So before knowing to that, let us start with some small examples. For example, imagine this line as your school building. This is your school building. So here it lies on the earth. So this is earth. And you are here, you are standing here. For example, you wanted to find the height of the school building. How can we find? Let us see. When you are standing here, then what happens? When you need to look up to see the top of the building. You need to look up. That means we need to raise our head because the school building is taller than us. Is it clear? So here you need to understand a small thing, that if you look straight, means if you look at any object at your level of height, then there is an invisible line comes. This invisible line which is parallel to the earth is called horizontal line. So here, as you are standing here, there is a parallel line to the earth. As here I am not giving importance for your height, this parallel line to the earth and earth both coincided. So this is called horizontal line. This is called horizontal line. And the line joining the object to your eye, here just imagine that your eye is here. The line joining the object to your eye, this line is called line of sight. Line of sight. This is called horizontal line. Here in this case, this horizontal line and the earth both coincided, because here height of the observer is neglected. Right. Now if any object is taller than us or higher than us, then immediately we raise our eyes to see up. This is our horizontal line which is parallel to the earth, and we raise our eyes to see the things. That means here you see, if you observe anything above you, means taller than you, then what happens? There is a line is formed, that is line of sight, and this is horizontal line. In between them an angle is formed. So here you can understand that this is the angle. Angle is denoted by theta. Right. Sometimes in some situations you need to have a look below the horizontal line. Means it is not necessary that every time you look at the higher objects. Sometimes you might be talking with a boy who is somehow he may be a small kid, you can remember. You can take a kid. So when you are looking at him, then what happens? Here you are here, and the thing is that you are observing a thing which is below the horizontal line. This is the horizontal line. You are here and here is the object. Then here this line is again called line of sight here. This is horizontal line and this is line of sight. Right? Here in this case, you are looking somehow below the horizontal line. That means, for example, if I observe anything down here, see, this is the horizontal line which is parallel to the earth and the object is below. That's why here we need to change the line of sight that is below the horizontal line. Again there is some angle is formed. Here this is the angle. This is the angle between horizontal line to the line of sight. This is the angle between horizontal line to the line of the sight. But here what makes the difference? The difference is that here this angle is above the horizontal line. Here the angle is, here is your eye. Okay, don't be confused. Here the horizontal line, this angle is below the horizontal line. Is it clear? So in this case, this theta is called angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. In this case, theta is called angle of depression. Angle of depression. That means here you need to understand these two terms, using which we are going to find the height of the school building, or here you are going to find this height. That means here you are observing at a thing, an object, then this particular height you are going to find. That means here you are using the angle here. This angle is called angle of elevation and this angle is called angle of depression. Here you observe carefully the school building, horizontal line and the line of sight. Here also these three lines, they form a triangle. Which kind of triangle? Here these both are right angled triangles. Right angled triangles. That too, here we are using this theta. Using theta and means applying theta for the right triangles. Whenever theta is there, we are going to find the angles. As you know, there are trigonometric ratios, or there are 6 ratios, using which we are going to find the required distances. Right? So here that means we are going to apply the knowledge of trigonometry for finding these heights, and sometimes you can find the distance between you and the school building also. So here if you know the distance and the angle, you can find the height. If you know the height and the angle, you can find the distance, how far you are from this point to this point. Is it clear? That means here you are applying the knowledge of trigonometry for finding these heights and distances. So here we can start the chapter, that is applications of trigonometry, that is the 12th chapter in our syllabus. So we are going to learn applications of trigonometry. Now again let us go back to the starting point. That is what? Here, how do we know that Mount Everest is of 8,848 meters, and how do we know that this is 147 feet? Okay, how we are able to measure it? So here let us understand an interesting thing, that in 19th century, means in the year 1852, there was an equipment, it is called theodolite. Using this equipment called theodolite, they were able to find the angle. So when they know the angle and the distance, using these two, angle and distance, they were able to find the height. For example, if you come to the case of Mount Everest, then they used in the year 1852, especially these theodolites, they were built by British India. So these theodolites, in those days we used to have two larger theodolites. They are the large theodolites. We can call them as giant theodolite. Using these giant theodolites, they maintained a constant distance, that is around 160 kilometers. This distance in front of the, means from the foot of the Everest, for example this is the Everest, and they maintained the distance, it is around 160 meters. And using these giant theodolite, they found the angle, that is angle between the horizontal line to the line of sight, right? They found this angle, that is angle of elevation. By using these two, they got succeed to find the height of the Everest, Mount Everest. So in fact, in 1852, they found the height of the Mount Everest in Himalayas. This is not even from one point, with the same fixed distance from 6 several stations. By maintaining the same distance, they have done so many experiments, and finally they concluded that the height of the Mount Everest is 8,848 meters. This survey, they kept a name for that survey. The name of the survey is Great Trigonometric Survey. By keeping this name, Great Trigonometric Survey, how can we remember this? At present, our government implemented GST, right? GST, Goods Service Tax. But here you see the GTS. Just these terms are altered. So GTS means Great Trigonometric Survey, right? So in which there was a person who used these theodolites, means these giant theodolites, for the first time. His name, in 1856 he used, means actually the person who used is George Everest. The person was George Everest. So it is the reason in 1856 this mount, it is named after his name, that is his name was George Everest. Then onwards it is called Mount Everest. Is it clear? So the reason is that George Everest, he used this equipment, means giant theodolite, for finding the height of the Mount Everest. So that is the reason, as an honor, so his name is given to the mount, that is mountain, that is called Mount Everest. And still these large theodolites, they are kept in a museum, that is in our museum, that is the Survey of India, which is there in Dehradun. So still if we go there, we can see them in that museum, these giant theodolites, using which we are able to find the height of the Mount Everest. And also using these kind of theodolites, it is found, that is Kuntal waterfall, which is there in the Adilabad district in Telangana state. It is found that 147 feet. Now we are not going to use theodolites in our class. The thing is that we are going to use the knowledge of trigonometry, that is the ratios of trigonometry, for finding the height or distance. Which kind of heights we are going to find? In this chapter, we are going to find the heights of the school buildings, or heights of the trees in and around us, or heights of the towers. So like this, and distance between 2 points. Especially for our mathematical convenience, we are going to draw throughout this chapter all right angle triangles. So whatever object we are going to find height, that is a linear, means we have to take a straight line for our convenience. We need not to draw tower, means we need not to draw the tower. Is it clear? In a school building, we need not to draw the building. If we draw one line, this straight line indicates whatever object is given. And this is used, this horizontal line, this is what it can be treated as earth. Okay, and here this is the point of observation. Sometimes we need to look above the horizontal line, there we will get angle of elevation. Sometimes we see below the horizontal line, then we get angle of depression. So whenever we get angle of depression, we need to convert angle of depression into angle of elevation. Then onwards we are going to apply the trigonometric ratio. Here I would like to give you a small example. For example, here you see this is, just imagine that this is the earth, and here you are standing. Sometimes in questions they will give height of the observer. For example, here I gave, this is 1 meter. 1 meter. The height of the observer is 1 meter. So he observes a thing with the angle of elevation from his eye. This is theta. This is called angle of elevation. At the same time, he might have observed some other thing below this. The best example is that, for example, just imagine that this is the river or lake, so that its image will be visible there. We can see its image. The same person who is standing, for example, here I am giving labeling. Suppose A, B, and this is C, this is D. Suppose a person is standing at E. He is of 1 meter height. From this he is observing the top of an object. We can call it as some building or a tree. So top of the tree with some angle, that is theta. And at the same time, its image of the tree in the water, here also he observed, this is the theta. Here you can understand easily that which is angle of elevation and which is angle of depression. As you see here, he is standing and his horizontal line, this will be his horizontal line. That horizontal line is parallel to the earth. Now this angle is above the horizontal line. So this is called angle of elevation. Angle of elevation, I am writing A by E in short. So again, because this is the above the horizontal line and this is below the horizontal line, this is angle of depression. Because this is the below the angle of below the horizontal line. In both the cases, this is the line of sight and here this is the line of sight. Right. Now we need to convert this angle of depression into angle of elevation. See how to convert. It's very easy. For this line, we need to draw one more parallel line. Clear? And we are going to extend this line again. Now these two lines are parallel. Then these two angles will be angles in the alternate segment, or we can say these are not angles in alternate segment, these are called interior alternate angles. So here this theta can be brought over here. This theta can be brought over here. So now here you observe, you just imagine that this is the this is the horizontal line, so that then this one will be line of sight. Is it clear? From here, with how much angle you are watching the image of the tree, the image of the tree also maintains the same angle towards you, because you see these two are parallel. So here angle of depression will be converted into angle of elevation. This is the angle of elevation with respect to this image. So here in this way we need to convert angle of depression into angle of elevation, and here we apply trigonometric ratio for this right angle triangle. Same way here as usual we apply right angle triangle. Here angle of elevation for this right angle triangle. This is how we need to convert angle of depression into angle of elevation for solving the problems. Here you need to keep in mind 3 points. First point is that whatever object it is, it may be building, tower or tree, whatever object is given, you have to maintain a straight line. Clear? And another thing is that angle of elevation is the angle which is above the horizontal line, between line of sight and horizontal line, and angle of depression is below the horizontal line, that is in between horizontal line to line of sight. This is second point. And third point is the height of the observer is to be taken particularly if it is mentioned in the question. If not, height of the observer can be neglected. See here I have taken height of the observer because 1 meter is given. Here I said that you are standing here, we have the height, but that is neglected because our height is not given. So we are going to start, or we are going to solve some problems based on this, so that you can understand the concept very easily, right? Now we see exercise 12.1, in which question number 1. A tower stands vertically on the ground from a point which is 15 meters away from the foot of the tower. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 45 degrees. What is the height of the tower? So here let us draw a suitable diagram for this question. Consider this as a vertical tower and this is the base of the tower. Now here from this point, this top of the tower is observed in the angle of 45 degrees. So if you write the values, here this is the tower, so here I am writing this is tower. Let us name it as AB, and BC is the earth and C is the point of observation. Here according to the question, C is 15 meter away from the foot of the tower. Let us write here, you see 15 meters and then 45 degrees. These two are the given things. So here this is 15 meters, distance between B and C. From this point it is 45 degrees. Clear? Now let us read the question once again. A tower stands. Here you see AB is the tower. So let us write here, let AB be the tower. AB be the tower. So AB is equal to, that is the value we need to find. So that is question mark. Next, from a point which is 15 meters away from the foot of the tower. Clearly here you see B is the foot of the tower and C is the point of observation. You can write C is the point of observation. Point of observation. The distance between B and C is 15 meters. So here we are writing BC is equal to 15 meters. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 45 degrees. From this point C, angle of elevation, this is theta actually. The theta, given theta is 45 degrees. So we can write here it as also given angle ACB. Angle ACB, this is 45 degrees. Here you need to understand that since it is angle of elevation, this is the line of sight. This line of sight is above the horizontal line. Here BC is the horizontal line. So that's why this is angle of elevation. And one more thing, here we raise the head to see the top of the tower. So this is the angle above the horizontal line. So that is the reason here this is angle of elevation. Fine. Now here let us start solving this question. We are asked to find the height of the tower, that is AB. Right. If you observe carefully for theta, what is AB? This is opposite side. And for the same theta, what is this BC? 15 meters is adjacent side. And this is theta. Theta equal to 45 degrees. Clearly you see opposite side and adjacent side. What trigonometric ratio is related with opposite side and adjacent side? Tan theta and cot theta. So let us apply here tan theta. So here the suitable formula is tan theta formula is opposite side to theta by adjacent side to theta. This is the suitable formula. So here tan theta means here 45 degrees. Tan 45 degrees equal to opposite side is AB and adjacent side is BC. Its value is given as 15. So let us write first BC. In the next step we will write its value. Tan 45 is 1. Tan 45 value is 1. So here let us write AB as it is because we do not know, that is what we need to find. BC we can write as 15. On cross multiplication AB is equal to 15. Since the measurement is in meter, AB is also in meter. So here we can conclude that therefore here AB is what? Height of the tower. So here you observe what is the height of the tower. We can write the height of the tower is the height of the tower is here 15 meters. So with this first problem gets completed.